close, close. Wanna get close on the coast. Ghost, ghost. Don't post and I don't post.
How's it going, guys? It is Els and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be reviewing the first week of the Premier League season. Something I'm probably going to do every week, every 38 game weeks there are. Sort of a new series, I guess, where I just review results, sort of fantasy football as well, and sort of give my insight into what I thought. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So we're going to start off with my team Brighton, probably going to focus on them a bit more now. And we played terribly, I can't lie. We had a couple of chances, a couple of shots. Clay Murray got in a couple of times with some headers, but we just didn't perform, and Watford tore us apart, especially with Pereira scoring 2. He is a really good player, and we sort of struggled against Watford quite a lot. I think we need to play our new signings more, because I think we played sort of quite an old squad, like it was very similar to last year. So if we bring in more of the signings for the upcoming fixtures, then I reckon we should be able to do well against Man United. Probably not win, but we beat them last season, so who knows, we could do it again this season. Okay guys, now we're going to run through the results of this week. Manchester United, Leicester 2-1 to United. United plays, I don't think they played to their full potential. I think Mourinho is probably going to get sacked soon, depending on how well they do. Zidane said he might be interested in United, and I think he'd be a great manager for them. Vardy scored in the last sort of 90 minutes, which is good for fantasy considering I've got him up front. But I think that Man United really outclassed Leicester and they didn't really have a chance. Next match is Wolves versus Everton. Now 2-2. Everton did well to sort of rescue points, especially after going 10 men after Jagielka got sent off. Richarlison, great signing, performed really well. He scored twice on his debut, which is really good. Well, his competitive debut for the club. Wolves, Ruben Neves scores, and the new signing Jimenez did as well. I honestly think they could have won that, to be honest, especially after Jagielka got sent off. They did well, good first game in the Premier League, and that it sort of shows that they've got that quality and they could go quite high up in the league this season. Chelsea easily breezed past Huddersfield, not really a shock result there, and the new manager doing quite well there for Chelsea. Huddersfield, again, I predicted them to go quite low down the season. I honestly think they could get relegated. They didn't make a huge amount of signings, and to be honest, they just got torn apart from a Chelsea side which isn't really that like fully potential yet. Jorginho, the new signing, scored, Kante scored, and Pedro scored as well in the 80th minute, so good result for Chelsea. Palace beat Fulham 2-0. Now Fulham, again, a club I predicted quite high. I think again they could do well, but they didn't get off to the best start, losing to Palace. So Hart didn't actually leave the club, which is why they could do well this season. Schlupp scored as well, so good result for Palace, and I think if Fulham still could go quite high on the table, but they need to win sort of those type of matches against the mid-table clubs. Cardiff did not get off to a great start either. They lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, Wilson scoring in the 90th minute and also Fraser scoring in the 24th minute. I think Cardiff, I predict going down in 20th, and these sort of like relegation rivals, they need to be beating if they want to stay up, so not a great start for them. Tottenham beat Newcastle 2-1, Ali and Vertonghen scoring. Now Newcastle did well. I think they're going to go quite high up the table as I predicted in my predictions, although probably not that high as they did lose the first game of the season. They did well, though, especially against a top table club like Tottenham, although they have made no signings. So yeah, interesting match there, and good result for Spurs. Man City easily beat Arsenal again 2-0, just showing really that they've got that quality still this year, and they could actually go quite high in the Premier League. Arsenal with their new manager not doing great, obviously, but I think that they could do well this season, especially with the new manager. They just need to sort of like adapt to the new manager and get the results in. Sterling did well to score, especially after his World Cup performance. And I think that Leno really needs to be playing instead of Czech, especially after how questionably he performed in that game. Southampton versus Burnley was a sort of 0-0 draw. I predicted Burnley to come 12th and Southampton 18th. I really think that Burnley should have won that, although they didn't make a lot of signings. They have got the Europa League coming up, so it's sort of it's not a bad result for either side. Now finally onto Liverpool West Ham. Liverpool winning 4-0 easily. Mane scoring twice, Salah scoring once, and so did Sturridge. Good for Sturridge to get a goal considering he hasn't scored in a long time, coming back from like numerous injuries as well. So that's a good result for Liverpool. Didn't really expect nothing else. And Liverpool actually tipped come or win all of the competitions that they're in by the bookies. So I reckon they really could do well this season, and a really good start at destroying West Ham in the first game of the season. Now onto my fantasy Premier League team. I got 39 points this week. I have switched up the team here, as you can see on screen. I think that the first week the Brighton players had a couple too many, like Stevens. I'm going to get rid of him, and also Dunk. I'm going to play a 3-5-2 now. And I'll probably make another transfer next week. I have taken 4 penalty points, but I sort of needed it, especially the squad needed a bit of a change. That is my score for next week, so let me know what you think and put yours down in the comments as well. I'm also going to be starting a league soon. I'll put that link in the description. Anyone can join really, and so yeah, drop that if you play fantasy or whatever, just join. But anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I'm probably going to do some more stuff like this, especially focusing on Brighton in the coming football season. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more if you do like this type of content. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.
Close, close, when I get close on the coast. Ghost, ghost, don't post and I don't post. Close, close, when I get close on the coast. Ghost.